Hi everybody, it's Graeme and welcome to Greyhaven Caves YouTube channel and this week's Trains Tuesday, where I'm going to update you on the progress of our train layout in the garage. Greyhaven Caves, Grey with an A, are also on Twitter and Instagram, so check us out there. And we also have an Etsy store under Greyhaven Caves where we're selling mainly miniatures, puzzles and props, so if they might interest you, check those out as well. I'm also going to add the walls that I've been using in the layout into the Etsy store, which can be used on any sort of diorama. So have a look at those if you're interested. If you are enjoying these videos, hit the like button, give us some feedback in the comments, as all comments are encouraging and help us to work out what to video next. If you're a new viewer and enjoy these videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe and alert button to be notified of our next video. So, let's get going. Okay, so let's have a look how I'm getting on with this Ferris wheel. So, first thing I had to do was just get rid of the old mounting off the back where the old motor, the original motor was, so that I can fit the new motor. So that was done just with a bit of a grinder. Then the second thing to do, just need to work out when the Ferris wheel is fitted how high the drive wheel needs to be. So in terms of being up here, just might bring that in a bit closer. Just to see where this drive wheel needs to mesh with the cogs on the actual Ferris wheel, so that's about there. So what I did to establish that height and to keep that height as a reference, just made up a little piece of tube and a washer. Put those on here, and you can drop those in there, and that just keeps it at the height I need it. So those won't be there permanently, but just for now while I'm trying to work out the heights of everything. So having worked that out, I can just put that aside for now. Going back to the underneath, to work out how to mount this motor. Just go a bit wider. Just got to mount this motor under here somehow, probably in this orientation, just here. So the first thing I need is a bit of a mounting plate for on the front there. I just drew up, designed a mounting plate. The mounting plate just fits on here. I've made allowance for 4 screws, probably only need a couple. And these outside holes are to provide the spacer that I need between the motor and the underneath of the Ferris wheel base there. So I've just made this up. That'll just screw on here as well. So I'll just go ahead and get those screwed up. So I've screwed all those up. Now I just got to work out how to join the shaft onto the spindle that drives the Ferris wheel. I'm lucky that this is threaded, so I'm just going to use a hex screw. I can screw that into here. I'm going to screw that on. The good thing with that is I can adjust the height. Just going to put a lock nut on that so that when I've got the height adjusted right, I can lock it up. So just put that in now. Run that lock nut right to the top. Now I need to be able to join the shaft on here onto here. So I've just made up a little connector. So one side is the diameter of the shaft and the other side is hex, the same as the nut. Now I've just did have one that I've drilled out. Here it is, so that fits in there nicely. And so I can now put that on here, mount the motor in the right place underneath, and drop the shaft down through and into here, and glue those together, and then using the nut I can adjust the height. Using the hex screw I can adjust the height, and then I can, using the lock nut, lock that in place, and then I'll be able to glue that onto the base underneath with the right orientation. Now that you can see. That's what I needed these for, so that I can put this in place. Put my hex on here, drop the motor in place and match them up, and the good thing is I can screw that in or out. Screw that now, I can screw that using the shaft in or out until I think that's sitting in the right place. So I'll just do that. It's sitting a bit high. It's sitting about right now. So I can lock the lock nut in position. Just get a pair of stronger pliers. Just lock that in position now, and with that all fully assembled, everything in the right place, should be able to glue the frame for the motor where it needs to be, and then glue everything else together, and hopefully it all works. So watching glue dry, it's going to be a bit painful, so I'll glue this up this week and get the motor wired up, and see if we can get it all to work together. So we'll go across and have a look at how the train station's going now. And the station keeps growing, so I've added a few more parts, so another one just down here, another one over here, so on top, so building's starting to get quite tall, and I can tell you there's a little bit more to go on top of that as well, so it's going to be quite tall. These existing parts just here, couple there, and another one over here. So trying to stand back and have a good look. That's where we're at with the station at the moment. So don't forget to put your guesses in to our Gmail address, which will be down the bottom. So hope you've enjoyed this little video, and don't forget, if you do like these videos, don't forget to hit the like button and leave some comments. That'd be great. Thanks for that. Farewell for now. Bye.